It's the happiest place on earth. The parking lot. So this is hilarious. I came back to my car. I have this Imperial logo on the back of my car, by the way. And this Echo sticker. Somebody wrote in the dirt from the Holland Rebels rule. It's funny. First stop at Disney is Epcot. Here it comes. Oh, you can see the Death Star in the distance. That's no moon. I like when you take the monorail through Epcot from the ticket center. You can see just how busy it is before you actually go in the park. And it doesn't look too busy. Not too bad. Hey, we're at Epcot. Food and wine. Everyone's wearing jackets because it's November 1st.
And it's cold.
Yay! It's Chef Mickey with salad made out of flowers. It's so cool when the monorail goes through the park. So when we were here a couple of weeks ago, they had square plates that matched like the square containers that they give you, and now they're round, which is a little weird, but I guess it's cool.
Business, chores.
Stopping at the
The
lumber
guy that
show.
was the best did it. All you folks over on this side, you got the blue, and I want to hear loud. Yeah, it's okay. All you folks over here, you got the red team. Let's hear it for the red. Let's hear it for the blue. Red. Who's gonna win? And the stage is set. Here goes your man live.
Purple.
Can he get a bullseye? What do you say? What does the red say? Here he goes. All right, he's eyeing it up. Did you get a 4? All you got to do is nick the color. Did he nick it? Wait a minute. What's that, Lyle?
That was his practice.
Is that your practice, Chris? He got a bullseye and he's going to keep it. The red goes wild. Here, you can do it. For the highest
You can
score.
do
Did you
it.
get a 3? Well, he just got. Did you nick the color? You just gotta nick it. He got it. Why? This guy is hot, 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 hot. Lyle needs your help. Everybody, go Lyle. Go Lyle. Go Lyle. Go Lyle. It's your birthday. Oh yeah. Here you go. Did you get a 4? He only got 3 points there, so at least everybody can jump, shout, and scream. The pressure is on. Here he goes. He didn't do it, but it's enough for a win. There's your winner, the one away, Chris Evans.
You can always tell the people that are here to party. Those are the guys with the Viking hats. We've worn a Viking hat a couple of times. So Alice is out. And Mary Poppins is out up there. Oh, it's Mary Poppins. She looks good today. It's the good Mary Poppins.
I thought you were winning.
I love when little kids dress up when they come to Disney. Mostly because we don't have little kids anymore. So it was fun while it lasted. It's the Eiffel Tower. I always have to laugh about France because it's the most wide open space. But it's the most congested space. I have to say sorry as I'm banging into people. It's Japan! Japan's pretty empty. America has 38 Special, and it's a pretty big crowd over there. at the 38 special at part of Food and Wine. What do you think?
I thought it was awesome.
I think it was a really good show. And by the way, they went over by 5 minutes. Those shows are typically like 25 to 30 minutes, and they went to 35 minutes. So at the 30-minute mark, when they finished the song, they had it played Hold On Loosely, and the crowd started bailing. And when they said, well, time for one more song, it was a cluster bomb. And this is the crowd after a show ends. So the biggest line here today at Food and Wine is for the coffee. That's so ridiculous because it feels so cold here. They got a pretty big line to get back in for 38 special too. So here is a very quick fun story about 38 special and Hold On Loosely. Back when we lived in New York, I was jamming one day over Andy Timmons' house. You know who that is? He was a guitar player for Danger Danger, and now he does like fusion. Really awesome guitar player. So anyway, that particular day, Andy had just received a 5150M when they first came out, the Eddie Van Halen model amps. And we were hanging out, playing, and I showed him a riff, and I was like, hey, this is a great song. And we all jammed on this riff for about a half an hour. And he turned to me and looked and said, you know what? I think we just rewrote Hold On Loosely. And we pretty much did. But it didn't stop us from jamming on that song for like another half an hour. This super gigantic line to eat. Whoa. Those hats are really cool. Oh, this is so beautiful. Look at those ducks. Scavenging. It's awesome. That's the type of stuff at Disney that I could sit here and watch all day, honestly, instead of half the other stuff that you pay to see. So we're gonna go in the China Temple and check out the stuff here. This is one of my favorite areas at Epcot. These are those things that when people say that Epcot is boring, it's totally not boring. There is so much more to see here, I think, than most other theme parks. You just gotta appreciate what they have, because they have a section with rides, and then they have sections like this where you have really, really awesome things. I love going to Japan also. Italy is really cool. England has a really cool area with shows. There's so much to see that I don't think that you can see Epcot truly in one day, but people gloss over a lot of the stuff that's here. So this basically shows how the warriors looked when they were initially painted, before they had faded. And then you go through how they were discovered, archaeology, Mary standing in the way.
Sorry.
Kind of the excavation process. So, really, really awesome stuff. You know, there's like things here that in Florida you don't really get to see the same level as what we did in New York. Like New York had the Museum of Natural History, which was one of my favorite places to go to. They don't necessarily have stuff like that here, so you kind of rely on some of these theme parky things. It's really awesome. Same thing with zoos. You get the Bronx Zoo in New York. Down here we kind of go to Animal Kingdom, Busch Gardens, and those types of places. We do have zoos, they're just not as elaborate as New York. Mm-hmm. This is so cool. So here's a pair of soldiers and entertainers. I love the paper lanterns, like we have the Death Star. So, before folks ask, we are Catholic. We have forever looked for like a Buddha for the house. We are really into the whole like peace or Eastern type philosophy, I think. Kind of where you get to treat others the way you want to be treated. You know, kind of just having that whole Zen feeling. So, we've always looked for like Buddhas. And we just haven't found one yet, because we have a perfect shelf in the kitchen, and I like to put one, but 7 years later, Still don't have one to put up there. So every time that I've seen these hats for like the last at least 20 years, I would say 10, 15, 20 years, all I can think about is Raiden. This is adorable. I love this panda. So far we're escaping Disney without buying anything except for those Lego things today. And obviously lunch at the sandwich place. And Mary got one thing in China for food and wine. Not a bad day so far. Saw a million things that I wouldn't mind having, including a ridiculous sword, but sometimes you gotta draw the line. Do you want to close down Maelstrom and build a frozen ride? Mary got some wine and a lamb chop. It's a pretty small lamb. But isn't it funny? Get the joke so far?
Uh-huh. Mary had a little lamb.
And that's why we've been married for 15 years. Mary's going like she's a walker in a Walking Dead or something.
I got my jacket on.
Yeah. Meat. Whoa, it's like Christmas overload in here. We went to Mouse Gears, and it is super packed in here too, by the way. These are pretty awesome. You can get them and take them to the movies. So you come in Mouse Gears, we could do some serious damage in here. And then you look and you're like, that metalhead with like the long beard and stuff, doing serious damage at Disney. It's really sad. Just, you know, typecast the type of people that normally come to Disney. For example, we have that shirt. I love that shirt. We also have that shirt, but in all fairness, I only bought it because we were doing meet and greets with Anna and Elsa.
And you sweat.
And I sweat through my other shirt. Here's a perfect shirt for Tim. See what they got in their Christmas section. They've got the hat that we wanted a couple of years ago, but they were sold out. Just walk in front of me. There goes Mary, king of the shots. They have the Duffy outfits. That's pretty cute. Mary's trying to find one of these necklaces that works. It's like trying to find a light that works in the old like C7 or C9 bulbs. There you go. Thank you for visiting Food and Wine. We are heading over to Magic Kingdom now. And now we're off to the Magic Kingdom. We're here. We're here. Magic Kingdom. It's so magical. And guess what? Do you see anything that looks funny? There's not a single Halloween decoration, and Halloween was just yesterday.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that was quick.
That's the way you do it. Halloween yesterday, Christmas today.
Oh.
Hey, we're going down Main Street. There is nothing like going down Main Street, USA at nighttime when it's lit up. I will give that to the park. Let's take pictures with that camera. See, even the photographer stayed in character and joked around about my shirt. Said Mickey would never go to the dark side. That's what I love about this place. Sometimes when I go to Universal, the people that are in the costumes start talking to me about the shirts that I'm wearing. I mean, I wore a Tenacious D shirt one day, and Krusty the Clown was talking to me. What the heck? The balloons are attacking Mary. The line for Starbucks is out the door, down the block, and into the place. For Starbucks. This is Florida cold weather. I make a joke about the cold. It's 54 degrees. But yeah, there was just a guy that passed by us that had flip-flops on, a double scoop ice cream cone, and a pair of shorts. Just rocking his whole face into the ice cream cone. That's the way to do it. Selfie! Oh, the castle!
Again.
The castle!
The castle!
The castle!
The castle!
The castle!
The castle!
The other castle!
Bonjour, everyone!
Bonjour!
Oh, I think we can do a little bit better than that. Bonjour, everyone! Bonjour! Much better. Well, as you know, Papa Maurice is an inventor, and this is his workshop. It contains plans and working models of many of his inventions. In fact, I know the perfect time to visit. Repeat after me. Take me back to the day Belle and Beast fell in love.
Take me back to the day Belle and Beast fell in love.
I'm
so excited. Aren't you a good-looking bunch? Especially you in the back.
Adam.
Well, act out the story of how they met. Oh, I can hardly wait.
What do you all think? Do you think we can help her out?
Yay!
And we have enough parts for everyone. First, we need 2 big, strong suits of armor to...
Let's go, perfect day! That was a wonderful job. Will you gallop on up next to Maurice for me, please? Thank you.
And now, Mrs. Potts and dear little Chip, the teacup. They hop everywhere.
All right, let's see you hop. Come on, Mrs. Potts. Great job. Can you be Mrs. Potts? Can you be Chip for me? Come right on up for me. Thank you.
And finally, it's time to decide who gets to portray me. Oh, you've got some awfully big drawers to fill. Okay, give me a great big oh.
I am a very enthusiastic madam. Right on over here. Come on up for me. It's even galloping with the day. I'd like to give it up for them and give it up for yourselves. Now we're galloping because Philippe is running back to tell Princess Belle about her father, Maurice, who has gotten himself lost in the woods on a dark and stormy night.
Hey, your pop's dead. Your pop's gone.
Oh, he's already acting it out. But we have to be that dark and stormy night that Maurice gets lost in. So we're gonna put our hands up nice and high. Everyone, hands up nice and high. We're gonna wave them all over. Bad storm, and we're gonna give a great big Fantastic. So all together now, we are galloping. And Philippe is gonna neigh so loud to tell Princess Belle what had happened. Her father, Maurice, on a dark and stormy night.
We are ready.
Well, looks like
Oh,
you're ready.
you're on.
We're resting there, but if I can have everyone moving this way into the library.
You have the hardest part of all. Throughout the entire tale, don't move. I'm joking. You will be marching soon enough. Now remember, Belle doesn't know you're here, so I shall call her in, and when she enters, we'll all shout, surprise!
That's a great idea, Lumiere. Everyone, let's remain quiet. And when I say now, we just yell, surprise. Lumiere, get the lights, please.
But of course. Oh, Belle, where are you, mademoiselle?
Here.
Now!
Surprise!
Me and Lumiere are
I didn't know we're having a party today. Hi, everyone. What's everyone doing here?
Well, Shelley, before your big dinner with the master tonight, we thought it would be fun to act out a story with you.
That's perfect. I do like stories.
Very well. Let us begin. Once upon a time, there was a charming, intelligent young woman whose name was Belle. Belle lived in a quiet little village, and each morning to everyone, Belle would say, bonjour.
Right. Bonjour, everyone.
Bonjour.
Everyone, the way!
And how the wolves howling.
Everyone, howl!
At last she came to a castle, and there, locked in a cold, dark dungeon cell, she found her father, Maurice, shivering.
Who's done this to you?
Then, suddenly, the biggest, most ferocious beast Belle had ever seen jumped out and roared. The suits of armor screeched at the top of their lungs. Belle pleaded with the beast to let Maurice go. But the beast refused. So Belle and said hello.
Hello, Jack.
and Mrs. Potts hopped up and poured her a nice cup of tea. Suddenly, all the enchanted objects jumped to their feet. The suits of armor marched in time as we invited everyone to
Follow me. Right this way.
The teacup and Mrs. Potts,
He was wonderful, girl.
Philippe the horse, and the shimmering silverware, Papa Maurice, and the dancing dinerware. Sheets of armor, keep marching. The bargain footstool, enchanted mother duster, the laughing portrait, and of course the one and only Madame Wardrobe that's here. Be our guest, that the beast was not mean or cruel, but in his heart was sweet and kind. And Belle and the beast became the very best of friends. And that is the story of how the beauty met the beast. Magnifique, thank you all so much. And to show our appreciation, I do something to mark the occasion. Oh, how about your favorite marker of books? Here we have Prince Kyle.
Perfect. Aren't they well trained? Thank you for well, I mustn't keep these waiting. Thank you so much for coming. Goodbye.
Wave goodbye, Belle, everyone.
Au revoir, chérie. Good luck. Suits of armor, you are dismissed. Goodbye, one and all.
Thank you, Lumiere, and thank you all for joining us in the library. Please rise to your feet, gather all of your enchanted belongings, and please wish Ian a happy birthday as you're exiting.
We went to Enchanted Tales. I got selected to be the wardrobe. I have wanted to get selected for that for the last few times because I do this ridiculous impression ever since kids were very small of the wardrobe. Of hello! So we tried to just do a walk-up at the Beast Castle, be our guest. I love eating at that place, by the way. Dinner is a lot better than lunch if you have a preference over things, but I think the dinner experience is a little bit better. But in any event, it was completely booked up, no walk-ups. They said to check back about 9:30 when the fireworks stuff is happening, so I'm not waiting that long. We're gonna go back into Memento Mori, because Mary hasn't been here. All right. Oh, they don't have the little statues anymore. The last time we were here, all the sample portraits were on the wall, and now they're all gone. But she's got a sample one in her hands. So you get to see all these cool things. Hey, there I am. That's pretty cool. So there's a lot of stuff that's sold out. Like all of the little busts that were like 95 bucks. Mary says when I die, she's going to put me in here. Mary likes looking at everything. That's pretty cool. The skull, it's a graveyard in the shape of a skull. Does it say anything on the back? No. So how would you know it's Haunted Mansion?
It says Haunted Mansion.
Oh, there. Look at that. Welcome, foolish mortal. Yeah, I don't care for the hat too much. So here's a little hearse up here, and they sell it in this box. The hitchhiking ghosts. This Mary picked up before is actually makeup. So this goes in the beautifully Disney line. We have a makeup and a pouch, and that's the different types of makeup. I'm the wrong person to ask, but it looks like eyeshadow to me. And that's 37 bucks. Mary likes this jewelry box.
It is so cool, and it has a saying on it.
It's very cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, I gotta.
That's very cool. It should play noise though.
It should.
Some type of music. You have these cool mirrors. And then you have the plates that have the floor plan and the placemats. And posters and wine glasses. So Mary likes that.
You can wear it. It could be a ghost host.
It's cute.
If this wasn't on it.
Yeah, I don't like the raised lettering.
No, I'm sorry, but it's gonna come right off.
It'll come off the way you wash your clothes for sure. That's cute.
It's a
The
bag.
headbands are nice, the white.
Oh yeah. That's nice.
They've got these shoes. I didn't see them the last time, but I like the pattern on it. It's very cool. And they're $45. No, $35.
These are really cute.
That's cool. So also at Beautiful Disney, they have the nail polish. It looks like lip gloss. They have these cool purses. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a phone.
Oh, that's pretty nice too. Except it's also got the raised things.
Yeah. That's really good.
So Mary's looking at the shirt that I pointed out the last time we were here. That's pretty cool.
And for Mary.
And of course they've got these really amazing plates. The whole dishware. I would love to have people over eat Thanksgiving and for Christmas and serve on those plates. Or I'd like to just get like one plate and put it on that thing to hold it up in the kitchen. So you can get a candlestick and an hourglass together for $60. Otherwise, this is $40. And this is free. No, this is $32. So it's $72 for $60. Look at those antenna toppers. Those are awesome. The likeness not that fantastic, but pretty awesome. So this is pretty cool. These are magnets also. I wish they had prices on these. I got one of these the last time, but I would buy more.
Oh, this is coming off.
Mary wants to get the antenna toppers and the pin.
Falling off.
She's a perfectionist now. Now she's with all these figures and stuff. Now she knows. Should have put one of them back because the mouth wasn't right.
Yes.
So you have this other cool stuff. Not quite sure what this does.
It opens on the other side.
You gotta admit, that'd be cool as a
Nope.
filter.
Nope.
Or fountain pen.
Ah.
Like I said.
Ah, it's a pen inside. I know that shirt that I really like, but I really just don't really feel like spending the money on it. So this is the outside of the store. That's pretty cool. I don't know what's up there. I just saw people walking by. Here's the store. So we got fast passes to go to the Haunted Mansion. Go figure. This is our favorite ride. Let's check this out. Mine made a crappy noise. Yours made the good noise.
Yeah, I know.
So, when we were inside the store at Memento Mori, we ran into a couple folks that wanted to say hello and watch the channel, and that's pretty awesome. I'm very happy that folks are coming up and saying hello. Thank you so much for watching the channel. It's really gratifying when folks are saying hello after you working on something or putting something out, so that's really awesome. Thank you.
Portals to the Haunted Mansion. I am your host, your ghost host.
Everybody's gonna get please step all the way in. All the way in, all
Our
the way
tour
in.
begins here in this gallery. Here where you see paintings of some of our guests as they appeared in their corruptible, mortal state. Kindly step all the way in, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turn. didn't mean to frighten you prematurely. The real chills come later.
Tranquility. It's time to respond. Send us a message from somewhere beyond. Goblins and ghoulies from last Halloween. Awaken the spirits with your tambourine.
Stuck again. I don't know if you can see that up there. Oh boy, I hope she's alright. You know, we were walking and people kept walking towards us, so I said to Mary, you gotta walk to the right, and she said, why should I have to walk to the right? I'm tired of walking around people all day long. And there was a kid in front of us that looked like he was about 12, and he stopped in his tracks and looked like he was ready to cry. That's what Mary does. She makes people cry. Here's your hub construction update. It's pitch black in there. But I can assure you, there's not much happening. It's taking forever just to build like that whole area in. It's really weird. Considering that like Universal for like their supposed new King Kong attraction already has the building built. This place, like the last year, just has dirt. Casey's Corner is packed. Fun fact, I've never had a hot dog in here. Holy cow, this place is packed. Look at the things. You know what's funny? There's a lot of people wearing Snuggies in the park. I guess that's a thing now? People wearing Disney Snuggies? Oh my god, look at this. Look at this. I am the Tigger now. But why do they only have youth size? They should have this in adults, seriously. So it's funny, they've got all of this Halloween stuff at Disney, like Walt Disney World Halloween, but it's not on sale. Merry Christmas! 2 more months.
Holidays are swell.
Hey, this is pretty cool. Gingerbread cookie mix. It's a gingerbread Mickey Mouse. $12.95. You can make gingerbread Mickeys. Oh, everybody stand right here and look at the castle. See you real soon. So, I know it's funny. I'm wearing this whole hoodie thing and my hat and all that good stuff.
So much.
Mary is too. It's like, it dipped under 50 degrees, so it's pretty cold considering that just a couple days ago it was like almost 90. And that was the longest tram ride ever back to the car. I'm pretty sure the woman sitting next to us had Ebola, because she could not cover her mouth while she was coughing. She just coughed everywhere. I mean, come on. And we've talked about having a t-shirt obsession, or I've got a gazillion and one shirts, but I also have a whole plethora of hoodies. And Mary made fun of me years ago for buying this Bon Jovi hoodie on the Have a Nice Day tour. And it was expensive for what it was at the time, but it probably is like double the price now when you go to concerts. But I've gotten more wear out of this thing than probably any other piece of clothes. And I have a ton of hoodies. I think Mary has a ton. Oh yeah. Jesse has a ton. We have a real problem with like clothes in the house, but especially like sweat jackets, because you don't really wear much more than a sweat jacket down here. We have other winter coats that we put on every so often, but it really don't put them on. You wear these sweat jackets or hoodies all the time. Before I forget too, as we were leaving, because my phone died, but I was reading a lot of tweets about Halloween Horror Nights tonight because it's the last night, and they usually do this whole big closing ceremonies, but they added an extra house this year for the last 2 nights, I think, and it was for tied into the Legendary Truth game that they've had for a couple of years, for many years. But last year it was much more prominent than what it is this year. This year they had a replacement game, but they brought back Legendary Truth this last week by way of an app, and it really was confusing. I don't think there's really ever very good instructions as to what you need to do for that particular game. But in any event, they brought back a 9th house tonight, and last night as well, if you completed the Legendary Truth objectives, of which I'm really not sure what they were, but the Frequent Fear passes ended for everybody last night, so there's a lot of people that were not happy with the way that communication went and the whole thing of, you know, kind of adding a extra house the last couple of days of the event when other folks didn't get a chance to see it through the whole thing. I know you're trying to do something special, but I think it really kind of came off the wrong way. On the other hand, as far as being upset by it, I'm not that upset by it at all. And folks were asking me on Twitter about it during the day. Quite honestly, I was so burnt out on Halloween Horror Nights by the time I went Thursday. The reason why the event is as good as it is most times for me is the fact that I'm usually going with really awesome friends. But overall, the event was very exhausting to continue to keep going to and seeing some of the houses. So I appreciate everybody for sticking with us through all of the days that we went there, because it got to be repetitive for me. It had to be repetitive for everybody else. So we'll be right back in the swing of things with other parks and just day-to-day life and concerts and good stuff like that. I think next Saturday we'll probably be back at Hollywood Studios. We haven't been there in a while, but we'll check out the Frozen stuff maybe during the day, and then at night we'll be able to check out the Osborne Light Show, which is really phenomenal. It's one of my favorite times of year. Nobody does Christmas like Disney does. So we're happy that, although it's way before Thanksgiving, and I know everybody gets upset about that, Christmas is huge for us, the same way Halloween was, and I'm really anxious to see how Disney outdoes themselves this year compared to last year. After a super long day of walking around everywhere, we are back home. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so we started our journey today. I think we started walking around probably 11 o'clock, but we were at the stores this morning sometime around 10, so anyway, long day, awesome time. We're going to split the video up into two because I know it's a ton of stuff that we had, and it's probably going to be a nightmare to edit, but it was a really awesome day, and I loved being able to spend it with Mary the whole entire time. So bonus, our weekends definitely do not suck. So thank you for watching. Thanks for all of the likes and the comments and the subscriptions. Thank you so much for coming up to us in the parks and saying hello. It is super awesome. And on that note, treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.